Today, Andy's asked us to look at the lyrics of a successful song for day 3 of Songwriters Circle January Challenge. I thought I'd choose one by someone who uses a lyricist, as that might be quite interesting. I've chosen Your Song by Elton John and Bernie Taupin. I wanted to choose something that I quite like, but that isn't by someone I'm really keen on, so it'll be easier to be a bit dispassionate. So this is the first verse, and it starts off, as I read it through, I notice that it draws you in. It's quite conspiratorial. It's talking about his feelings and his uncertainties. He seems quite vulnerable and introspective. And then he talks directly to one person. It's a house where we could both live. The rhyming scheme's very simple. Rhyming couplets. A, B, B. It's almost like talking. It's very direct. The rhyme pulls you through, even though there isn't a story or a narrative, so the order of the couplets doesn't matter too much. Looking at the next verse, the first thing that jumps out at me, reading it, is that the first line either doesn't really work or it's insanely clever. He starts off with the sculptor, and he almost seems to realise that he's not going to find a rhyme. You'd never get away with this in a poem. It works here though, because it adds to your feeling of intimacy, that you're just listening to him, working out his ideas, you're part of the song-making process. Then he continues this by being very humble and making himself vulnerable. It's just the best he can do. Till he delivers the killer line, making you a gift of his song, which is the best thing he can do, the best thing he has. In the chorus, he moves away from the tightness of the simple rhyme scheme. He uses half rhymes, song and done. Rhymes the repeated mind, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind. And then half rhymes, words and world. This part is where the voice opens up and the song moves away from the intimate talking style. He's telling everybody, not just you. Then he's back in the next verse. He's going back to being vulnerable and intimate, letting us feel we're in on the songwriting process. A simple rhyme scheme's back too, with moss and cross, and song and on. But this verse has the twist. It's not a love song just for one special person. Suddenly it's for all of us who have listened. He's moved from the personal to the universal. And he continues like this in the final verse, where there's a reference to not knowing your eye colour. Overall, I've come away with a new respect for Bernie Taupin. He's done that thing of taking something personal and intimate and made it connect with anyone who listens to it. Now, possibly foolishly, I said to Andy earlier that any piece of writing can always be improved. So that leaves me with a dilemma. Which words or phrases, if any, would you alter? And this is very difficult, because if you correct what looks like mistakes, you're going to lose something in the process, I think, in this case. I'm going to have to think about that, and I'll probably put my answers into the Songwriting Circle website, which is http://songwriterscircle.co.uk. This has been part of the Songwriters Circle January Challenge, Day 3. Do come and have a look at the site and see if you want to join in. Thanks for listening.